If you want to add an image to Tinkercad, the first thing you need to know is that Tinkercad does not support direct copy and paste for image files like JPEGs or PNGs. Instead, you need to convert your image into an SVG file first, because Tinkercad reads shapes and paths, not normal pixels. In this video, I'll show you the easiest way to do it step by step, and by the end, you'll know how to bring an image into your Tinkercad design, resize it properly, and even turn it into an engraved or etched effect. If this tutorial helps you, please hit the like button and subscribe for more easy Tinkercad tips and software guides. Alright, let's jump in. To start, you need to convert your image into SVG format. Open a free online converter like Convertio or Adobe Express. These tools can take your JPEG or PNG image and turn it into a file Tinkercad can read. When choosing an image, keep in mind that simple, high-contrast images work the best. Black and white logos, silhouettes, icons, and bold artwork usually convert very cleanly. On the other hand, detailed photos with lots of colors and shadows often do not import well, because Tinkercad is not designed to handle complex pixel-based images directly. Once your image is ready, upload it into the converter and choose SVG as the output format. After the conversion finishes, download the SVG file to your computer. This file is what you'll import into Tinkercad. Now open Tinkercad and go into your 3D design workspace. This is where you'll add the image to your project. In the top right corner, click the Import button. Tinkercad will ask you to select a file from your computer, so choose the SVG file you just created. Before you import it, pay attention to the scale settings. Sometimes the SVG may appear much larger than expected, so it's a good idea to reduce the scale to something like 10% or 20% before clicking Import. This helps keep the image the right size and saves you time resizing later. After the image imports, it will appear in your workspace as a solid 3D object. From here, you can adjust its thickness using the white square in the center of the shape. If you want the image to look thinner, lower the height. If you want it to stand out more as a raised design, increase the height slightly. This is useful for making name tags, logos, signs, and custom 3D prints. If you want to create an etched or engraved effect instead of a raised design, you can make the image a hole. To do that, select the object and change it to Hole in the Shape Inspector. Then place it on top of another object, position it exactly where you want the cutout to appear, and group the shapes together using Ctrl+G. Once you group them, Tinkercad will subtract the image from the base object and create the engraved effect. This is one of the best ways to use images inside Tinkercad for creative 3D projects. A few extra tips can make the process smoother. Always use simple images with clear edges. If the conversion looks messy, try a different image with less detail. Also, make sure your SVG is clean before importing, because too many tiny details can make the design harder to work with in Tinkercad. If the object imports too large or too small, just adjust the scale and try again. With a little practice, you can create really clean custom designs for 3D printing. So that's how to add an image to Tinkercad the right way. Remember, the key is converting your JPEG or PNG into SVG first, then importing it into Tinkercad, resizing it, and adjusting it into either a solid shape or a hole. If you found this tutorial helpful, please give it a like, subscribe for more step-by-step software tutorials, and let me know in the comments what Tinkercad video you want next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.